What's going on, world? This is DS1 Ross, represent the New Black Alliance. I'm back with the Black History Month series, family. Thanks for everybody that's going to tune in. I'm going to just get straight to it, family. The number four, the number four freedom fighter we're going to talk about, family, on my top 10. It's going to be Dr. Umar Johnson. Dr. Umar, y'all. Yeah, Dr. Umar, you know, been getting a lot of backlash lately, but he's still a great brother, and he's still a freedom fighter for his people. And his brother should be respected. He should be noted, and his jersey need to go on the rafters, basically, family. You know, even though he been receiving a lot of backlash in the media, the brother's still on the front line, and he's really out here doing what he say he's about. And I respect that brother for that. At the end of the day, regardless to whatever, you know, I'm one of those people that I really don't follow messengers anyway. I don't really follow people and their personalities and stuff like that. I'm more of a principle kind of guy. I'm more of the message. What are you actually telling us? What are you actually doing? And is it consistent with what you say? And that's what's important to me. And I feel like for the most part, the brother has been doing that, you know? So this is why it needs to be noted for Black History, family. A brother like this should not get swept under the rug. He's a great brother and he's doing the work. So I'm gonna start out with a little bio with a brother. This bio actually comes from him, you know. So it's a bio he put up of himself back in 2014, just to let the people know who he is if nobody knew. So I'm gonna start out with that, family. I'm gonna just read this directly from his Facebook page, Dr. Umar Afatunde. You know, y'all could check him out there. So I'm gonna read that real quick, family. It says, Dr. Umar Johnson is a doctor of clinical psychology and certified school psychologist who is considered an expert on the education and mental health of African and African American children. Dr. Umar, as he is known to friends, is a paternal blood relative of both the great abolitionist Frederick Douglass and the late Bishop Alexander Wayman, seventh Bishop of the AME Church, both from Maryland's Eastern Shore. Dr. Umar is an educational diagnostician who specializes in special education issues. He's, he's known most for his work in identifying misdiagnosed learning disabled and ADHD students. As a child therapist, he works with depressed and behaviorally challenged males. Dr. Umar is an author of the new book, Psychoacademic Holocaust, the Special Education and ADHD Wars Against Black Boys, the first book ever written by an African American male school psychologist to Black parents with specific strategies on how to fight back against special education and ADHD. Dr. Umar also holds degrees in education and political science. He is one of the most requested speakers in the world and has lectured in North America, South America, the Caribbean, Europe, and Africa. Dr. Umar is currently working on building his new school, the Marcus Garvey RBG International Leadership Academy for boys. So, as we see from his bio, family, since 2014 and even before then, the brother has been on a mission to use his expertise to develop institutions to combat what's been going on with our children. And this is another reason why this brother is so important, family. He's very important because he directly works with Black children. He's in the educational system and he can be reached, and he's easily accessible to us, family. This is very important. We must understand how important this is, that this brother is very accessible to us. A freedom fighter that is one call away, family. That should be revered and that should be honored. That shouldn't be something that we look past, because this brother is making himself available. A lot of times when people are noted in the media and noted in the community, it's hard to reach them brothers. It's hard to actually deal with them and actually see what they're about. But this brother is a call away. You know what I'm saying? He's one call away. So we have to honor Umar for that. You know, he does his conferences every Tuesday on the phone. If you a Black parent and you got a child in special ed, or if they talk about putting your child in special ed, he coaches you, he counsels people, parents. You know, this brother is actually doing the work. He's not just out doing lectures. This brother is up, hours of the night, helping people, picking up his phone. A lot of times we can't reach you. We can't reach these people. I'm pretty sure people couldn't call Malcolm X at night. People couldn't call Malcolm X Tuesday morning and schedule an appointment to talk to him. So this brother is one of a kind, man. His expertise is at our fingertips. We have to honor a brother like this, family. He wants to create an institution to combat institutional racism that he knows goes on in the educational system, because he's a child psychologist. He works in the schools, you know, and he also wrote a book, Parents who have trouble with these issues dealing with this educational system. For the parents who's dealing with the system and they want to medicate their children. You know, I'm one of those parents myself, me and my wife. We have a son that they diagnosed ADHD, and he had a lot of troubles in school, you know, and I'm not even sure if he really is that or not, because I really don't feel that he is. I just feel like he's very gifted and creative, and a lot of times the school system don't know how to basically control a raw creative kid. See, school now has become like jail. They just watch your children. They don't really teach them anything. They just watch them. So a child, that runs away, that's more active, that's more creative, they want to tame that kid like an animal. So they give them medicine to tranquilize them, you know? And see, we got brothers like Umar who can help our people with things like that. Because a lot of our single mothers are accepting these things to be done to their children because they got to go to work. They got to pay the bills, you know? So at the end of the day, we have to understand that a lot of times The choices these parents are making is made out of desperation. It's made out of the lack of resources. But this brother is a resource to the Black community, and he allows us to reach out to him. That's a blessing, family. We have to honor that. He's willing to help us. He's not going to just talk, you know? He's not going to just go and do lectures and collect money and sell his books. This brother actually touches the people. And that's what counts, family. When you touch the people, when the people could come to you and leave with something, you know? They don't always got to leave with product. They could leave with information. They could leave with feeling better about their situation. And that's what this brother does. And this is important, family. And see, one thing we must understand too, y'all, is that when you got a Black man like this that's standing up and combating white supremacy, because that's really what he's doing in the educational system. He understands that they want to tranquilize our young Black men and women, because what you're doing is you basically sterilizing and subduing the future. You know, you're turning everybody into zombies so you can be controlled. And that brother understands that. So trust me, this brother's he's gonna receive a lot of attacks, family. He's gonna be attacked. You know, he had his little scandal with the conscious stripper and all of that. But I feel like that woman was sent to him in a lot of ways. I just feel like he didn't see it, you know. Too much times we're not aware, as being leaders, we're not aware of that is basically waiting for us. It's almost like when you become a celebrity. You don't really understand that comes with being famous. You don't understand that. You don't understand that people actually lay outside your house. You don't understand that you won't be able to eat in a restaurant no more. People have people will take pictures of you while you with your children. Privacy anymore, you know? And that's how I feel like this brother got caught up in that scandal. You know? That woman was sit there to do what she did and to expose him. That's why she exposed him. Because if she really was there genuinely, it wouldn't have been nothing to expose. They would have just did what they did, and people could have moved on. But when you're sent to do a job, that's what you got to do, family. And that woman was sent there to do a job, and she did her job, you know, and she did that by making the brother look bad, you know, made the brother look bad, man. Peace to everybody in the chat. Peace, sir. Yeah, I know it's a surprise pick, bro, but you know, listen to the message, not the messenger, man. All of our leaders were flawed. Brother Malcolm didn't understand that, you know, Elijah Muhammad was flawed, and he lost his mind. We can't get caught up in things like that, family. Important to us. He's the one who brought us the information about our children. That's very important, family. We can't act like that brother didn't bring top-notch information for us. And that's practical. It's not just theory. He's not bringing theories. Hardcore information. Numbers, statistics, everything. And he's bringing his expertise with him too. Cut these brothers out, man. A brother like Umar is gonna always be important. I don't care what he do. I don't care who he curse out or none of that. brother's very useful. And that's what we have to start thinking. If we talking about liberation, family, how things could be a resource to us. Resources, man, no matter what. And a brother like that is resourceful. Can't get away. We want to build institutions, right? Talk to a brother like Umar Johnson before that. He already had his rooms. Why can't we help him? Have him help us build the curriculum. You understand? He worked with school principals and everything. This brother's important, man. We can't sit there and act like this brother is not useful for something. For liberation. We saying we fighting for freedom. Definition of a freedom fighter. Line every day. Fighting for black children. He ain't fighting for no other children. So every day his life is on the line. Every day his livelihood is on the line. Because remember, this brother's out here fighting for my son. He's fighting for y'all sons. He's fighting for y'all daughters. Children. Suppose they fire Umar now. He can't take care of his children. Fund me and we help him pay his bills. You see, being a freedom fighter is a thankless job, man. We don't get rewarded for fighting for freedom. Us that's being taken up for, we need to honor. We need to pay proper, but we pay homage to the hustlers. But we not paying homage to the freedom fighters. We want to build institutions. We should contact a brother like him. No matter what. No matter what the brother may have done. Every man and woman has flaws. We're a flawed people, man. But we strive to be better. We strive for perfection. Even though we may always fall short. Life is to keep pushing and to keep striving. Salute the brother because he's not letting none of these scandals and all these little things hold him back for us. He's not letting those things hold us back, family. You know, why are we letting what this brother has done in his personal life affect what he's done for us? Come on, man. I'm pretty sure none of us will want to people houses, man, or look up to. I'm pretty sure we wouldn't really want to know what they do. And I feel like it shouldn't matter to us. What should matter is what he do for his people. Because that's what's going to affect us. Not who he fucking. I don't do nothing for us. Who he lay down with don't do nothing for us. If he like strippers, don't do nothing for us. That's not going to from giving your son Ritalin. Because they still want to teach him the old-fashioned way. When he needs to be taught. That's not going to stop that. That's not going to stop you giving your son. That's not going to stop that. We got to stay focused, man. This is why we works. Attack our people. See, these were all attacks created, man. Whether it's created by a specific group of people or whether it's created through a specific mindset that was orchestrated by those same people. You see? So that's what it's all about. So even if they used our own people, or if our own people is just senseless and don't see that they can monetize us fighting each other, because that's what the whole beef was about. It was a YouTube war. And guess who won? None of them. You know who won? YouTube. You see? And what that did was that made people start to question Umar's sincerity. We got an egotistical loser who attacks a great brother who's doing something for the youth, just to discredit what he's doing. He's YouTube famous, or he's quote unquote a YouTube celebrity, bandwagon, forgetting what this brother done for us. When Seti ain't done nothing for the black community. He ain't helped no black boys. He ain't helped no black mothers do nothing. But we let these personalities fog our perceptions of the real one. See, Umar's a real one. And all our real ones, in some shape or form, we get to see their flaws. Just like we saw Malcolm's flaws. You know, he did a lot of things that weren't acceptable, or things that he shouldn't have did. You see, how to discredit the real ones. And that's what we got to understand, fam. We got to understand how the game go. In the chat once again, man. But we got to understand that, y'all. They always discredit the real ones. And he's a real one. No matter what the brother do, that don't take away from what he's doing, man. That book that he got is powerful. That in our house. You see? And I grew up with a lot of my homeboys that they was called hyperactive. A lot of my homeboys was like that. They grew out of it, man. And a lot of those brothers, you kind of find out, a lot of those brothers are very artistic. Not autistic, but artistic. They can draw, they can rap, they can dance. They're athletic. You see? So at the end of the day, what the brother Umar is telling us is that the system is out to destroy our babies. And he's here to protect them with his expertise. See, he not walking in the street screaming black power. Black power skill set that he has learned. And he's showing the black power through the love of wanting to save black babies. You see? Question a brother like Umar Johnson, man. And this brother should be mentioned to our children, because and that's who this series for, family. This series is for the parents to teach the children about freedom fighters who they will never hear about. Because see, they trying to make the brother obsolete, y'all. They trying to make him another brother polite, y'all. That's how they trying to make Umar. Because Umar's a real one. He not scamming nobody. Degrees, not fake diplomas like some other people, fronting like they graduated from somewhere when they didn't. You understand? This brother has many degrees in many areas. And he's pro-black. So I don't want to hear the bullshit people like to go around and say too. How you can't get something from the system and still be pro-black. Umar Johnson is the perfect example of still being pro-black. And he has plenty of degrees. Very intelligent brother. Freedom fighting for us. He's putting his livelihood on the line for us. See, he could have been went sold out in the system and became the biggest child psychologist for the system and got all the money and ran somewhere and hid. He could have easily did that. Could have easily did that, family, because Umar Johnson is the best at what he does. You see, he's the best at what he does. That's why the brother is requested around the world. Not just because he got degrees, but because he does the work. You see, he's actually saving babies. He's telling these single mothers, don't just sign that boy up for medicine. Let me evaluate him. Let me send him to some people to get evaluated again. You see what I'm saying? Fighting. Because he's putting his life on the line. Because he could have easily went to and became the biggest, smartest Negro for the system and said F us and go get that paper. But you know what he did? Got what he got and brought it back to his people. And going to downplay this dude? We going we gonna try to act like this brother ain't important? We gonna try to act like he's not a real one? That this brother's not genuine? Come on, man. Come on, man. And anybody who even try to say that, their sincerity for the community. He doing nothing for black children than what he's doing. Nobody's doing more for them than Dr. Umar Johnson. Nobody. You understand? Yeah, he want to open up a school. His school ain't open yet. Cool. Cool. And if he don't open the school, I'm cool with that too. I'm cool with that. I'm fine with what the brother's doing right now, currently. I'm fine with that. See, I'm about the message, man. I'm not about the messenger shit. I'm not caught up in these dudes like that, man. I grew up with a father, so I don't worship dudes. I don't worship personalities. I don't look up to these dudes like that. Honor the work and the sincerity behind what these brothers is saying. And this brother keep it 1,000, man. And we can't act like he don't. We can't. He said the brother's on tour nonstop. I mean, yeah, the brother should be on tour. There's plenty of our children being fed medicines all over. There's plenty of single mothers across the world. And they want to stab your kid up because he can't sit down in class. So they want to tranquilize him like he a goddamn animal. So yeah, he's supposed to be on tour. Nobody talked about Polite being on tour, stealing money and selling fake books. Nobody talked about that. But a brother can't go on tour and save lives. Gotta wake up, family. We must wake up, man, and understand who we dealing with, and know and understand how to separate real from fake. Because that's the problem. We don't understand how to separate the real from the fake no more. Because everybody's caught up in limelight. Everybody's caught up in being famous. Everybody's caught up in having an audience. You see? But when you gather the audience and you gather the people and you got the people, what you gonna give the people? See, that's the question. That's why we must follow the message. What message you got for the people? And then behind your message comes what? Where's the message? See, this brother works, speaks volumes. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. We just gotta deal with the facts. This brother stood behind everything he say he gonna do. He said he was gonna build a school. It's been a minute. I'm not gonna sit here and lie. Brother's thinking about doing it. Let the brother do it the way he gonna do it, man. See, we so quick to critique people. We so quick to critique people. Man, when you not of his stature, you can't critique this brother's work. How? Untouchable. You see? You can't debunk nothing he say. Who are you to say Umar, Umar's this, Umar's that? Anything for black children across the world? How many black mothers keep you up at night, ringing your phone up off the hook, crying in your goddamn ear, saying my son is a zombie now. He don't even want to play with his toys no more. Work in the morning. So I gotta give him his medicine because I gotta take him to school, or else we can't pay the rent. Huh? How many of y'all getting them type of calls? The ones who want to talk about Umar. Huh? This brother is a true freedom fighter. This brother barely get to spend time with his family. Is comfortable with y'all families. Go home and sleep with y'all kids every night. This brother's constantly on the road. White supremacy and the attack on our children. We always say the children is the future. The children is the future. But here we is. We got a brother right here who understands that and is fighting to protect. And because the brother go get some pussy from a stripper, now we must deem him some type of way. You got to cut it out, family. You got to cut it out. Let's grow up, man. Not the message. I'm telling you, y'all. Because if you get analogies, you gonna stay stagnant. See? And that's what that was the whole purpose of these scandals around his brother Umar, because they trying to stagnate him, put him to a halt, because he's doing too much. He's helping too much people. You see? This brother don't sell out places for no reason. This brother don't have the recommendations in the portfolio he have for nothing, because he's actually doing something. You see? Yeah, the brother got up there, talked all crazy. Yeah. But we all get out of character. We all get upset and curse people out. We all do that. We all do it. But does that destroys, or should that make you question what this brother is about for his people? If that makes you question that, then I'm gonna question who you are. Because like this clouds your perception and lets you erase all the work that he done put in, erase all the work he put in, then I gotta question if you are for Black liberation. Then I'm gonna question you, because you might just be a fraud and you may not be for liberation. You might just be a fame whore. A lot of us people who take part in the conscious community are fame whores. And we love fame and love celebrities. And we get caught up in these people. And the next thing you know, dude be done ran off for thousands of dollars and gave you nothing. But you was caught up in the person, not the work. And we just got to stay true to the work, family. We got to stay 10 toes down, stay solid, and stay on the path. You see? It's going to be distractions. And that's all these things were, brothers and sisters. These were distractions, man. Other way on Umar. Umar need us to still support him. He don't need us to turn the other way on him. Because if you quick to turn your back on your leaders, then you don't want to be led. You gonna just lay down and accept whatever happens. So if you're gonna turn your back on a brother like this, then you might as well turn your back away from freedom. He represents, family. This is what he fights for. You see? So to run from this brother, you might as well run from it all. You might as well say, listen, I'm gonna turn my pro-black, and I'm gonna just be an integrationalist and, you know, love everybody just to love them and don't do nothing. And just wait for whatever happen is just gonna happen because you're gonna follow protocol, family. Keep it 100 like that. Straight up. You see? And we gotta salute this brother because he transparent. We watched him have a breakdown. We watched him break down. I salute that. The brother's transparent. A brother disrespected him, he got in his bag. Be intellectually courteous and get up there and break him down with words and come on, man. Come on. Let's stop. Let's stop the shenanigans. If somebody disrespect you and question your sincerity and your authenticity after all these years that you know you've been putting in work, you know what the people told you. You done heard countless women crying in your ear, begging for your help. And then you got a brother like that, somebody who's still living in a grandmother's basement, questioning you. What you gonna do? You're gonna say, oh, well, brother, uh, I'm better than you, and I'm Stop it. Stop it. Let's be real, family. Let's be 1,000. We like to throw around these terms, implement them. They're not being implemented. So let's keep it real. If a brother questions your work, what you gonna do? his ass. That way he'll never question you again. And that's what the brother did. He let the brother know, listen, don't play with me. I'm not them. You see? He let him know, I'm not with the show. I'm not with that bullshit. You could come see me for real. Debate. Or we could throw the hands. See, that's transparency, family. That's transparency. Just like when Malcolm was getting them death threats by the Nation of Islam, he had that hammer at the window. You see? That's transparency. And we got to respect that. If we could see a brother like that break down in front of us and get angry and see that, then we know we dealing with a real person. We not dealing with some made up, concocted nigga. We dealing with a genuine brother. We not dealing with no agent provocateur nigga. So we gotta salute Umar, y'all. I know this was a big surprise. I know, and that's why I did it. To give y'all my take on Dr. Umar Johnson and why he needs to be saluted for Black History Month. Because the work he put in is unmatched, family. It's unmatched, y'all. For real. Man. Yeah, he do the teleconference every Tuesday. What dude you know in the conscious community doing that? Doing that. Where people can actually talk to them, put on the show, and ask some stupid ass questions. But this brother's actually helping people. You know what I'm saying? How many of them doing it? Drop some names in the chat if y'all know any. I'm gonna put the link out there in case any one of y'all want to come in and talk about it. I'm doing it. Umar doing it. You see? And the brother, he talked to a lot of mothers, to a lot of women. Freedom fighting is very attractive. So he gonna go through his fair share of women. He gonna deal with women. And the brother said he's single. He's single and deal with women. And why do brothers be so quick to speak on what happened with another man and another woman? Like, dude, hold your own nuts, homie. Like, I don't like that. I don't like that at all, man. Like, why are we so caught up on who dudes is dealing with? Who cares? Who cares? No, you in favor for me and my people, and you willing to help us out. That's all that matters, man. I wouldn't even care if a dude is gay. Because whatever you do in your bedroom, that's on you. I don't care about that. Don't care about it. So let's stick to the real, family, and let the sheep stay asleep. And that's the name of this live stream. That's the name of my live stream, Sheep Stay Asleep. Because we got to let the sheep stay asleep, family. You see? We got to be goats. We got to be like a goat. We got to be the ones that stand on top of the mountain and observe everything and see it for what it really is. You see? So sheep stay sleep, family. In the chat, shout out to everybody who came through, showed me love and all that. I'm coming right back after this, family. Coming back, right back. Chop it up with y'all. So stay tuned. I'm coming right back, family. I'm gonna end this live stream. Sheep stay sleep. It's DS1 Ross, and I represent the New Black Alliance. Shout out to Dr. Umar Johnson, man. Number 4 freedom fighter, Dr. Umar Johnson. Till next time, people. Peace.